You already know what time it is. Oh, yeah. Can't forget about the background, right? You got to remind the people what the ultimate goal is. Yeah. Yep. Of course, the Super Bowl, this is an old picture, but, still the same stadium. This is the ultimate goal right here. Freaking Super Bowl. Oh, crazy dog talking like his team has ever been there. I mean, doesn't matter. This is the ultimate goal right here. All 32 teams, they start their season trying to get here at this stadium or the Super Bowl. Yeah, which just so happens to be held at this ginormous monstrosity of a stadium. By the way, they did renovations to it. I heard it looks nice in there. Yeah, they made like the walkways wider and yeah, they improved it a lot. But you already know what time it is, right? I mean, you guys already know by now. It's Tuesday evening, 11 o'clock at night, and it's time for my picks. But yeah, what's going on, everybody? Crazy dog back with my week 9 picks for the Stephen Rose and Yinzer Max Sports tournaments. Of course, a shout out as always to Stephen Rose and Yinzer Max Sports, formerly known as Steel Sermon / Steel Maiden, or for the real OGs, City of Champions. Yeah. God, man. If you remember when Yinzer Mac's name on YouTube was City of Champions 95, oh, that's an old one right there. That was his old channel. He got rid of that thing years ago because he wanted to try to go like a more different direction. Yeah, but another wild week is ahead, I assume. I mean, it's been wild the last couple weeks, and it's only going to get wilder as we get closer into, you know, like into Thanksgiving, right? We have Halloween coming up, literally in 2 days. This is when the NFL really speeds up because you get Halloween, and then in a few weeks Thanksgiving, and then a few weeks later after that is Christmas, and then before you know it, playoffs. And for those who are wondering, I will be doing multiple playoff games, like I've always done, even if the Browns don't make it, which we're not looking good. But the Browns not making it means I can just go harder for the other games, right? So yeah, I mean, I'm ready for another fun week. All right, so with that being said, by the way, we are 1 week away from the NFL trade deadline. And today we had another trade go down. Cam Robinson going to the Vikings, which could kind of see something like that coming because they lost Darisaw for the year. Figured they had to do a little something something, so they got Cam Robinson. Okay. It's a solid move. Gives Cam a change of scenery and a chance to latch on to a contender. Which I'll tell you what, heading into the season, I did not expect the Vikings to be that good. I knew they were going to be decent because of the talent they had around Darnold. But to be that good, yeah. Now they have come back down to earth a bit, but yeah, they're still a solid team. By the way, it is 7-4 Stankies, and it looks like it's going to be a 3-1 series going into tomorrow. So, with that being said, let's get on with the picks so I don't have an hour-long stream. I decided I'm not going to talk about the commentators for the games anymore because it doesn't really matter who's calling the games, right? It really doesn't. I'm going over the important stuff, especially for the bettors these days. That's, of course, the spread, the total over under, and maybe some interesting facts about each matchup, right? So, starting us off on Thursday, Halloween night, Well, a lot of the kids will be out trick or treating, or they'll be just getting done trick or treating, and then they're gonna be coming home and just stuffing their face with mounds of candy, right? Because that's what I used to do. I used to go. I used to live in a pretty sizable neighborhood when I was younger, and I tell you what, there was a couple neighborhoods. They were loaded every year with the good stuff. Oh yeah, it was beautiful. Go out there with a big old pail and come back with a friggin' thing filled with candy. It would last me a week or so. So yeah, you know. But when Halloween trick or treating is done, people are gonna be able to sit down, relax with their big old tub of candy, and it's Torres 3-1 homer. Yeah, and the four now. Yep, Yankees weren't gonna go out tonight, so the Dodgers clubhouse attendants will be in there now, just rolling up the tarps and the plastic and putting the champagne back on ice for hopefully a celly tomorrow. So we got Thursday night football, 6-2 Texans, 2-6 Jets. I swear the Jets have to be the one team that stinks that made a trade. That's a rarity, right? They stink, but yet they went out and got Devontae Adams. I mean, everyone expected that, right? Yeah, everyone expected that to happen. So Texans actually just lost Stephon Diggs for the year. He tore his ACL. That's tough. Yeah, I forgot. Ravens acquired Deontay Johnson too. Almost forgot about that. So they got another receiver. I'll talk about the Ravens in a little bit. But Texans and Jets on Thursday night. The spread, Jets favored by 2. The total, 42 and a half. It's always tough playing on a short week. Of course, the home team always has the advantage. It's the way it always is. It's the way it's always been. But in this game, I think it'll be a tough one. Very close. CJ Stroud versus Rodgers, right? CJ Stroud is a straight up dog of a quarterback. I mean, without Diggs, it's going to be a little tougher. I mean, they still got Tank though. They still got a good, solid, weapons cache over there. Joe Mixon's still there and everything. They're still loaded. I think they're going to be fine. And the Jets, they absolutely reek. Oh my God. So I'm going to go Texans to win this game on the road. Give me Houston by at least a couple touchdowns because I mean the Jets are they're just a dead boat in the water at this point. They're done for. They lose this game, they are more cooked than they already were. Damn. And they had aspirations for a possible playoff push, They got Aaron Rodgers, they go out, they got that nice weapons room that they have, good receiving core with Devontae now. They got a dynamic running back trio or tandem if you want to include again, no, it's Allen and Hall. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, it's a trio. What the heck? I forgot Dalvin Cook's not there anymore. But still, they have a good running back room, solid receiving core, good defense. They should have a good defense anyway. They lost to the Patriots last week, though. Like, come on, how do you do that? Come on now. I mean, Aaron Rodgers is supposed to have a clutch gene. Like, what the heck, bruh? And they lose like that. Hate to see it. Texans, though, they're a damn good team. Give me Houston on the road winning this game. And then we get into Sunday, starting off Cowboys and Falcons at 1 o'clock. Falcons favored by 3. 51 and a half is the total. I could see the Cowboys winning this, but I don't know, man. The Cowboys, they're just a weird team to really look at. Falcons are a good team, though. Falcons are a damn good team. They really are. I'm going to go with the Falcons to win this. Yeah. Give me Kirko Chains to pull it off at home in Atlanta. And I think the Falcons they just do enough to win this game. It'll be close, but I got the Atlanta pulling it off in another very tight one. I mean, the Cowboys tried to do that fake comeback thing against San Francisco and it failed. They literally had a chance late to go down and take the lead, and they couldn't do it. So, yeah, give me the Falcons. The total 51.5. I'll say over. I'll say over. As far as the Thursday night game, I think that'll be slightly under. I could see that being under. All right, next Dolphins and Bills in Buffalo. Tua's back, which is nice. Tua and 5. Ha ha ha. Dolphins versus the 6-2 Bills. And the Bills favored by 6. Total is 49.5. Give me Buffalo. And I'll say over. Give me Buffalo and the over. There you go. Now let's go to my game. Browns Chargers. The Browns win this game, they will be right on the heels of, I guess, a potential like playoff push if they really could just keep it going. I don't know if they will though. They look great though with Jameis at quarterback against Baltimore. And Chubb's getting better and better. The Chargers, they're a good team. They took care of business against the Saints last week, which the Saints are ass, so that's cool for them, I guess. Browns have a chance to go into their bye on a winning streak, which would be awesome. But we'll see. We'll see what happens here. But I think we're gonna ride the momentum. I think we're gonna go out there and wreak havoc, and I got us getting the win in a close one at home. But Crazy Dog, in your video, you picked the Chargers to win. Yeah, but in my picks, I pick us to win because I think we ride the momentum of Jameis. I think our defense makes Justin Herbert's life a living hell. Yeah, their weapons are nice, but they don't really scare me like that. You know how the Browns are. They're a team that would make freaking Josh Palmer or Simi Fehoko, whatever, go off. Especially when you look at our cornerbacks right now, considering how Denzel Ward's in the protocol again. And we have Dance Dance Revolution and Burnt Toast at corner right now. So unless those two guys wake up and actually play good football, I don't like our chances with that. But I think we can still win this game. That's why I'm going with the Browns. The Chargers are favored by 1.5, total 42.5. Give me the Browns by at least a field goal around there. I think D Hop, the former Charger, will beat him. Yeah, he'll get revenge on his old team. Yep, he'll get the ultimate revenge. Gotta love it. In terms of the total, I'll go under. I think this would be a good defensive battle, but I got the Browns winning. Give me the under, 42.5. Yeah, give me the under. All right, next we got the other Ohio team, the Bungles, who are 3-5, going against the Raiders, who are 2-6. And the Bungles have actually not won a game at home. Imagine not winning a game at home. I can't relate. Imagine not winning a game at home, right? You say you're such a damn good team and you can't win a game at home? Are you serious? Are you serious? You're not serious. Now, speaking of serious, the Raiders are not serious either. But yeah, neither team is very serious right now. But I gotta go Bungles to win. Because the Raiders stink. And I got the Bungles winning. I think it'll be close. Bungles are -7.5, total 46. Got a couple like really good wins, I guess. But they just got stomped on by the Eagles, man. I wouldn't be surprised if this was a game like where the Raiders win, just because. But I think the Raiders will cover the spread, but the Bengals will win overall. Total 46.5. Give me the slight over on that one. All right, moving on. We got the Patriots and the Titans battle of ass. We got the Ass Bowl. Both teams suck. Tennessee favored by 3.5, total 37.5. Who is less ass? Give me the Patriots. Yeah, give me New England. Titans are they just absolutely stink. Yeah, give me the Patriots to cover and win this game. Total 37.5. Give me the over. Yep. I trust Jacoby and the Patriots way more than the Titans right now. Yeah. So what happens when you pick a coach from Cincinnati, Tennessee? Shouldn't have done it. You should not have picked a coach from Cincinnati. You just don't do it, right? And thanks to you bozos, we had to go get a new O-line coach. And honest, I will say this: the O-line look good against Baltimore for us. So I'm not gonna go too hard on the uh, player, the Jonah Hill cost player, because to be fair, Jameis didn't really hold on to the ball too long, which really made it easy for the O line because all you got to do is block for 2 or 3 seconds and boom, you're good. It's much different than having a quarterback who's always trying to think about running, right? But yeah, I'm going to go New England over Tennessee, and they're going to get their third win of the year. Yeah, I got the under, I got the over, and I got Patriots winning the game. They're going to probably win by about a touchdown or so because the Titans are just ass. They're ass butter. They stink. They stink like garbage that's been left out in the summer sun for 2 weeks. Like it reeks. My God, you can smell them from like a mile away. All right, next we got the Commanders, who are 2-2 on the road, 6-2 overall, coming off a thrilling Hail Mary win over the Bears. Big game over there. They're going to MetLife to face the Derps, who lost to the Steelers. I saw what might have been, what probably is, the worst 2 point conversion attempt I've ever seen. Like, in terms of overall plays, that play rivals the one that I think we saw from Indianapolis years ago. Oh my God. Whoever thought that was a good idea for the Giants needs to be shown the door if they haven't already. Like, who thought of that idea? Hey, let's do this. Like, it's stupid. Oh, classic derps, right? Not even call them the Giants. They don't deserve that name. I'm calling them the derps from now on. Because that's all they do is derp. Oh, but crazy dog. The derps beat the Browns. Yeah, because we had a freaking horny quarterback. Our quarterback right now is a crab leg loving, dub eating son of a gun. Crab egg, crab egg, whoa. Crab leg eating, no, crab leg loving, W eating, touchdown throwing, LASIK eye surgery having son of a gun. I don't know. Because he actually had LASIK eye surgery, and it seems like he's done better since then. I mean, I'll tell you what, though. Jameis was tempting fate like crazy against the Ravens. Can't do that against the Chargers. But for the Giants, they have a derp at quarterback. The whole team is just a bunch of derps. Oh, man. They're going to win this game. The Commanders are actually a serious team. I've mentioned it before. They actually have a franchise quarterback. They have a serious organization, good owner, good front office, good coach. Like they finally have things going their way. You know, the past couple years they were decent. You know, they've always had like that, like bridge quarterback. It's like, oh, you know, the quarterback situation's holding them back. They got their franchise guy, Jaden Daniels. Like, Scary Terry probably is like crying with joy when he could be laying in bed or somewhere, just sitting there thinking, man, you got an actual quarterback now, and he's a damn dog. Like Jaden Daniels is. I mean, literally, the Commanders could do some serious damage in the playoffs. And what really sucks is they could have been even better if they didn't get rid of like Montez Sweat. I was gonna say Chase Young, but he can't stay healthy, so eh. But they would have had Jonathan Allen. I think he got hurt. But yeah, they could have still had Montez Sweat, man. You know, but they're still a good team. They're a very good team. I think there will be a good team for a long time as long as they don't RG3 Jaden Daniels. And of course, you know, they don't have that crappy ass front office anymore and crappy ass ownership. So this should be good, right? It should be good. Yep. So give me the Commanders. And I'm going to say in a rout. The Giants are just a horrible team. They're a sad, sad organization. And again, they are another winless team at home. 0-4. Again, imagine being winless at home. Couldn't be my team. Nope. Couldn't be my team. It's good to say that again. Imagine not winning at home. That's tough. By the way, yeah, the Bungles winless at home. Titans are winless at home. Giants are winless at home. Panthers, who I'll be talking about in a minute, are winless at home. And the that's away. That's it of the teams that are playing. So that's tough. Will any of these teams win a game at home? Sure, they will. We'll see when that happens, though. But yeah, I got the Commanders winning on the road, and they're just gonna keep doing their thing in the NFC East. So yeah, give me the Commanders. Washington favored by 3.5. The total is 43.5. Give me Washington by a couple touchdowns and then some. And then I'll say over. Yeah, I'll say over. And then we got the Saints and Panthers. Another ass bowl. These teams stink. The Panthers just traded Deontay Johnson. Hey. And I mean, the Saints, they're looking at least to try to get a win somehow. I don't know when Derek Carr will be back. He might be back this week, I guess. But it doesn't matter. Give me the Saints to win. Panthers are just a horrid organization again. I don't even know. Are they even? Do they even have a positive like path? Or are they just gonna be stuck in like limbo for like a while? They thought they had their franchise quarterback, and yet they still stink. That's tough, man. They drafted Bryce Young last year. You got freaking Commanders and that drafting their guy this year, and they're already a damn good team because they had a good unit. They had a good team around him. The Panthers, what did they even do to help out Bryce? Right? They got a good left tackle. I mean, Ekwonu, but like, what, Adam Thielen? They have Xavier Leggett. He's all right. He's cool. Has a cool ass accent, I guess. What else do they really have? I mean, they have a decent running game, I guess. But like, they don't really have much. No wonder they're 1-7. It's crazy, man. But I got the Saints winning, and they're going to go to 3-6 overall. New Orleans by 7 is the spread. Total 43.5. Yeah, I think New Orleans wins by more than 7 for sure. And the total, I think it'll be slightly under, like in the 40s. Not 43.5. I think it'll be like right under that, right around there. And then the final 1 o'clock game of the week, we got the Broncos and the Ravens in a low-key banger game. Ooh, this has the potential. I mean, the Ravens, they gave up 334 to Jameis. They just added Deontay Johnson. Not sure if he's going to play this week. I'm sure he's elated. The moment that dude heard he was getting traded, my dude was probably like Antonio Brown. I'm free! I'm free! He probably jumped up and ran out the freaking building. I'm free! I'm free! I'm out of this hellhole. So long, suckers! He probably ran to the freaking SUV and flew. He probably, the moment he saw his jet, he probably jumped on the jet and took off. So the good thing is he didn't have to go far. Technically, I guess. I mean, it's not like he has to go cross country. Just going from, Carolina to Maryland. Yeah. So, yep, there will be a game 5 tomorrow. Should be interesting. Like you knew there was going to be no sweep. Come on now. Not with the Dodgers doing a bullpen game. Cole versus Flaherty tomorrow should be a banger, though. We already know that. But yeah, and this one it's going to be close. Although the spread is Baltimore by 9.5, total 45.5. The key is Ravens running the ball because we actually were able to somewhat limit Derrick Henry. Are the Broncos going to be able to do that? Probably not. But throwing the ball though, can the Ravens? Are they going to get Marlon Humphrey back? Right? Because if they don't, let's go look at the matchups here. I haven't done one of these in a long time. Let's do a matchup analysis here. All right, let's do matchup analysis. Let's pull up old Denver. And then on the other end, let's pull up old Baltimore. I haven't done one of these in a while. Going through the depth charts, giving my thoughts on it. And what's up, Duck's House? Ohio State 36, Penn State 14. More asser. I've never heard someone say more asser. Bruh. You hopefully are going to the Cavs game tomorrow night. Fraud ball. Oh my god, dude. Blow out the Wolverines. Wow. I hope you do, Duck's House. I'll be happy if you do. Because then we get to laugh at the Wolverines. All right. So, Baltimore. If they do not get Marlon and Nate Wiggins back, their poor fans had to watch Jalen Armour Davis and Brandon Stevens get cooked by Jameis Winston. Said Jerry June Elijah Moore. Elijah Moore. Now this week, they're going up against Cortland Sutton. Oh boy. Going up against Cortland Sutton. Oh boy. Corey Franklin. Marvin Mims, Little Jordan Humphrey, and Devon Vele. Of course, running the ball. The Broncos don't have the best running game. Javonte Williams is a stud, though. Jaleel McLaughlin and Audric Estime, who I wanted in the draft, especially with Nick Chubb's injury, would have been awesome to see us draft a running back, but pretty clear they had high hopes for Ford, but Ford is not that guy. Not to be fair, they did do a good job stopping our rushing attack. But, I mean, I think they'll be able to stop that rushing attack of the Broncos. But it's that receiving core. Bo Nix can sling it. We know we got Cortland Sutton. If they don't have Marlon Humphrey, I think Cortland's going to eat in this game for sure. Like, he will absolutely eat in this game. I just know he will. You bet he will. And then Troy Franklin, he's underrated. Marvin Mims is a solid player. Don't sleep on them. But I think the biggest matchup is the front seven of the Broncos against Derrick Henry. Zach Allen, DJ Jones, John Franklin Myers, and Baron Browning with Cody Barton, Justin Sternad, and Jonathan Cooper. There's a couple Buckeyes in there. And then you have like Ayoma Uwazurike. Wow. Malcolm Roach, Jordan Jackson, Nick Bonito, and then Lavelle Bailey and Jonah Ellis. That's their front seven going up against Derrick Henry. I think they'll be able to maybe, limit the run. But again, look at that secondary for the Broncos. Pat Surtain, absolute dog. Lenny Moss is underrated. Jaquan McMillan, don't know too much about him, unfortunately. Right? Don't know too much about him. Other than those guys, you have Chris Abrams Drain, the rookie. Levi Wallace, that's where he went. Devon Key, Cadron Smith, Damari Mathis, and yeah, okay. So mainly it's Sertan. Of course, they do have PJ Locke too, but he's injured, I think. But they have Sertan and Riley Moss as their top two corners. And then you have McMillan going up against Bateman, Flowers, and apparently Johnson. We'll see how that goes. But in terms of this matchup, Baltimore by 9.5, 45.5 total. Give me the Ravens to pull it out by a couple touchdowns, led by Derrick Henry, and I think they go a little over. Yeah. So give me the Ravens at home to bounce back after we beat them. They're not going to lose back to back again. Getting into the 4:05 game or the 4 o'clock hour games, Jags going to Philly to face the Eagles, who took it to the Bungles last week. Philly by 7.5, over under 45.5. Give me the Eagles all day. Yeah. Give me the Birds. Too easy. The Jags are, again, trash. 4:05, Bears Cardinals. We get a little Caleb Williams versus Kyler Murray action. Arizona favored by 1, total 45.5. By the way, in the Eagles game, I'll say, yeah, again, slightly over. Bears Cardinals, I'm going to go Bears to bounce back after getting a heartbroken last week. Give me the Bears on the road again, and I think the total will be slightly under again. I think it'll be under. Give me the Bears. 4:25, Lions Packers in one of the games of the day. Lions favored by 3.5, total 48.5. I'm gonna go Lions. I mean, do I need to go over what the Lions did last week against the Titans? Now, granted, it's the Titans. Like I said, they stink. But the fact that you look at the box score, right? If you looked at the box score and you just saw what Jared Goff did, 12 of 15 for 85 yards, but he threw 3 touchdowns, you'd be like, hey, yo, against Mason Rudolph. Ah, damn. No wonder the Titans are ass. Look at who's their quarterback. Bruh. I mean, Jameer Gibbs had 11 carries, 127 yards, and a touchdown. What's even more impressive is what they did in the kick return game. Or the punt return game. The punt return game. Khalif Raymond. Five returns, 190 yards, and a touchdown. Crazy, right? Like, it's nuts. They demolished the Lions, and Jared Goff didn't even need to do anything. He didn't even need to lift a finger. That's tough. Yeah, I'm going to go Lions here. I'm going to go Detroit over the Packers. It'll be close, but I got to go Detroit. They stay undefeated on the road, too. Total 48.5. Give me the over. Detroit's favored by 3.5. Yeah, give me Detroit. All right, Rams and Seahawks. Hey, the Rams look good. They won last week. Shocking, right? Seahawks, well, yeah, they're all right. But yeah, Rams by 1.5 is the spread. Total 48.5. Give it the Rams. Screw it. Yep. I think the Rams are going to ride the wave, and they're going to start getting back to their good ways because they're getting guys back. Puka, Nakua, and Cooper Cup are back, I believe. Yeah, they'll start winning games now. Give me the Rams over the Seahawks. They'll go to 4-4 on the year, and the Seahawks will fall to 4-5. And by the way, this will be the Rams' first win on the road all year. Wow. Smith, this dude's numbers: 2,197 yards, 8 touchdowns, 7 picks all year as their starting quarterback. What? Like, damn. Yeah, give me the Rams. And then the final game of the day, Colts and Vikings, 8:20 p.m. on NBC at US Bank Stadium. Minnesota favored by 5, total 46 and a half. Vikings, as I mentioned earlier, traded for Cam Robinson today, so they're going to get themselves a new offensive tackle to protect Sam Darnold because Darisaw got hurt. So again, Quezzy wasting no time. You know, it really gets me about Andrew Berry though. It's like you get these other teams, injuries happen and they waste no time filling that need. I mean, to be fair, when we lost, who was it that we lost? Malik? It wasn't Mac, was it? A couple years ago when we got Deion Jones? Was it Walker? Anthony Walker. We lost someone to injury, and like that night, we traded for Deion Jones. I mean, I love it like when a GM wastes no time in fixing a need. Like he's not over here coddling his draft picks. You don't win with that. Draft picks are draft picks. You don't know how those players are going to turn out, right? You're essentially just placing a bet on a player, pretty much. Like I bet you this guy's going to be good. Whereas you could use that pick to trade for a player that is good, right? Or a guy that would fill a need now. So yeah, Vikings, they're 5-2. They're trying to stay up top in the NFC, I almost said Central, NFC North. I think they beat the Colts. I mean, Anthony Richardson got benched because he got a little tired, and he took himself out. So they're like, oh, you're going to take yourself out of a game? Well, we're going to bench your ass. So Joe Flacco back starting at quarterback. See how he does. But yeah, I'm going to go Vikings with Sam Darnold in this one. Yeah, give me the Vikings at home on Sunday night. What's crazy? It's like you look at Darnold's numbers 1,610 yards, 14 touchdowns, 5 picks. He's having a great year. It's because look at the weapons around him. Again, I'm going to pull up the depth chart. I'm going to see what his weapons look like because Quezzy, my dude, talk about learning from somebody. Went to the Andrew Berry roster of, roster building, a schedule. The Andrew Berry school of not being an ass GM. People are going to come out and say, oh, Andrew Berry needed Quezzy. He's nothing without Quezzy. Maybe, I don't know. Justin Jefferson, Jordan Addison, Trent Sherfield, a solid receiving core, Jalen Naylor, Brandon Powell. Good stuff. Receiving, of course, your offensive line. You're going to have Cam Robinson at left tackle, Brandel, Garrett Bradbury, Ed Ingram, and Brian O'Neill. TJ Hawkinson, he's a really good tight end. Your running backs are solid. Aaron Jones, Ty Chandler, Cam Akers, Miles Gaskin. Really solid unit there. Your defense, nice. You guys went out and added some dogs to your front seven. You got Jonathan Bullard, Harrison Phillips, who's I think been there for a couple years, Jerry Tillery, Jonathan Grenard, Blake Cashman, and then you have, of course, Ivan Pace, Andrew Van Ginkel, and then you have your secondary, Byron Murphy, Harrison Smith, Cameron Bynum, Stephon Gilmore. That was a low-key good addition there. And then Joshua Metellus. Now, of course, Kyrie Jackson would have been one hell of an addition, but something really unfortunate happened to him. And again, I know his spirit is riding with this team all the way. Yep. His spirit is riding with these guys all the way. Life is precious. Don't take it for granted. That's all I'm going to say. But yeah, Vikings got a really good team. Damn good team. So yeah, give me Minnesota at home. And then to wrap it all up, we get a little Baker Mayfield and Pat Mahomes matchup on Monday night. 7-0, undefeated Chiefs, 4-4 Bucks at Arrowhead. Kansas City by 9 is the spread. Total 45.5. The Chiefs just went out and got, well, they got D-Hop because of course, and they just traded for Josh Uche. So they get another, pass rush piece too. So yeah, they're not pulling any punches this year. They're trying to go for that damn three-peat. And we got a week still left before the deadline. I would not be shocked if they added something else. If I'm being honest with you. But in this, yeah, I'm gonna go with the Chiefs to win this one. Nobody's really been able to stop them this point, even with Mahomes not playing that well. Yeah, I'm gonna go with the Chiefs to win this. And of course, on the bye we had Steelers and Niners, so those two teams will be ready to go next week. So just a quick run through. My picks are Texans on Thursday night, and then I'm going Falcons, Bills, Bungles, Patriots, Commanders, Browns, surprisingly, Saints, Ravens, Eagles, Lions, Rams, Vikings, and finally Chiefs. So those are my picks, and I'm gonna head out. Jeremiah Smith going to torch that Penn State defense. I hope so. But Drew Aller's ass. He's also hurt too. It's not even a guarantee that he'll play. Well, Penn State because it's going to make the Ducks look bad if Penn State wins. Yeah, of course. Beautiful prediction: Oregon, Georgia, Ohio State, Texas. That'd be a banger Final Four. That's going to wrap it up for this one, guys. And as always, be sure to have a good rest of your night. And see you guys tomorrow for Cavs and Lakers. With that being said, I'm Crazy Dog. As always, be sure to hit the like button, subscribe, hit the bell, and like it says in the description, bet responsibly if you are one of those degenerates who, Will Venable is the White Sox new manager. Okay, interesting. So White Sox fans, you got Will Venable. Maybe he'll actually be a competent manager for a trash-ass team. Have fun. Okay, but yeah, that'll wrap it up, guys. I will see you guys tomorrow for Cavs Lakers. Until then, go Browns, and I'm out. Like I said, bet responsibly because I know you guys like to bet on games. Don't do it too much. Don't use up your entire life savings on a parlay and also if you're gonna do a parlay and you're in line to make a ton of money, be afraid to push the button, especially if you're unsure about a matchup, right? If you're doing one of those large ass parlays and it's you are gonna get a ton of money, but you gotta rely on one team to do something, just don't mess with fate and just push the button and cash out. Right? Yeah, you'll probably be like, oh man, they won anyway, but it's well, you play. With that being said, guys, see y'all tomorrow. My picks will be in the description.